Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Gardener. So in couple of videos we have been talking a lot of rare succulents that are a little bit difficult for a lot of beginners. So somebody had asked me a question if there is any succulent that is very colorful at the same time it is not very difficult to handle. So here we go, we have this beautiful Xsedeveria Maialen. I'm not very sure if I'm pronouncing that correct, so I'll put up the name on the screen. It's an absolutely gorgeous succulent, tends to get even more color as and when it is exposed to direct morning sunlight for 5 to 6 hours. Of course, you can grow it in indirect bright light as well with a good amount of intensity, but the only issue is the color is not going to be very vibrant. Like this one is being kept in indirect bright light, so the color is not very evident or not very intense. I will show you another clip in some time. You will be able to see how it tends to look like in morning direct sunlight for 5 to 6 hours after acclimating it. Now it's a very easy to grow succulent, but you have to follow the basic rules, which is the soil has to be loose, porous, well draining, and it has to be lean in nutrients. Now because this is a Xsedeveria, it's basically a winter growing succulent and it is a summer dormant. So during winters, if you are a person who is into adding fertilizers, you can do it right now. You can do different types of propagation, all tends to work out really well. Leaf propagation, stem cutting, beheading, separating of the offsets. I will show you to you in some time how they tend to look like, but I won't be doing any cutting as of now because the climate is not very good. It might rain, so I'm not doing any kind of cutting at this point of time to avoid any kind of rot. So this is how it tends to look like. It's an absolutely easy to grow succulent, tends to grow into a clump, does not grow very large. Probably this is the last size, and after this it will start to clump. You can see it's also starting to put out a flower over here. So this is how it tends to look like. It gets even more red in color. I will also try to attach some pictures of how it looked in last winters when there was some renovation going on. I was not able to water them enough and they were in direct sunlight. So with less watering, a lot of sunlight, cooler climate, this is how they tend to look like. You can see that absolutely gorgeous stress on them. So you can see it's a very easy succulent. At the same time, it is very, very colorful, just like how our Sedum Adolphi is. Sedum Adolphi is a very easy succulent. The same thing goes with this Xsedeveria as well. It's very easy to take care. So if you are a beginner, you can definitely add this in your collection. If you have a very green looking collection, then definitely this will kind of spark up your arrangement and it is going to look absolutely beautiful. So give me a minute. I will show you my other collection that is in the rain gutter. So this is my other Xsedeveria, which is in the rain gutter, which receives a good amount of morning direct sunlight for 5 to 6 hours, and you can see these are all the pups. I want to separate them, but I'm just waiting for the climate to get a little bit better, because if it rains and if I leave the stems open like this, if the rainwater comes in contact, they will get rotted. And you can see this is how the flowering tends to look like. This is the flower bud. We have another one over here. This small little pup is also starting to put out a flower because they are basically getting into their growing season. This one is a type of sedum. I'm not very sure. I had done a stem cutting and you can see this is the pup. I think I might have done the stem cutting probably 2 months back or 3 months back, and it is giving me a new pup. I have some leaf propagation over here. I just left them as it is, but I will take them out. This was damaged by some pigeons. They happened to come and sit on the succulent, and this is the one. They came and they sat on this and they broke off the leaf. You can also see the mark, the beak mark. They probably tried to peck them and the leaves happened to break. So this was the ghost, which is our Graptopetalum paraguines. So they have propagated. I'm going to move them soon. So this is how the Xsedeveria Maialen tends to look like. Looks absolutely beautiful, especially when it's in a clump. I will also show you some more of these. This is my Xsedeveria mensa, looking fantastic. It's become into a mother plant. I had separated the offset, looks fantastic. And these are some more. If you remember last time I had shown you that they had the pigeons had dropped the leaves, and you can see they have also propagated. I will take them out after this video. So here are the propagation. Even my dusty rose was also damaged by them. and it is starting to put out some roots, so I will have to shift them. I don't want to harm the pigeons, so I have put in some mirrors. Of late the activity of pigeons have been a little bit less, so I'm quite relieved with that. So they did a little bit of, so this is like an automatic propagation they have done for me. I didn't have to pluck any of the leaves, they did it for me, so it's a good thing. So I'm going to keep them aside. So yes, if you are a beginner, you want to add some really bright looking succulent and you receive a good amount of morning direct sunlight for 5 to 6 hours, then the Xsedeveria Maialen is going to be a very good specimen to add in your collection. The colors are not picking up really well in the camera. It's even more bright than what it is right now. It looks absolutely beautiful. So if you are planning to get one, these are not very rare. You will find them easily online. You can check with the sellers, and it is going to be readily available. So guys, that's all about it. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.